In a world that never stops talking, where every moment is filled with sound, have we forgotten the power of what's missing? The blare of traffic, the constant ping of notifications, the endless stream of news and entertainment. We are saturated with noise, drowning in a sea of stimulation. But what if the greatest source of strength, clarity, and even inspiration isn't found in adding more, but in taking it all away? What if the secret lies in the profound, forgotten art of silence? We often think of silence as just an absence of sound, an empty space. But science is beginning to reveal that silence is far from empty. In fact, it's a powerful tool for healing and rejuvenation. When we immerse ourselves in quiet, our bodies respond almost immediately. Studies have shown that just 2 minutes of silence can be more relaxing than listening to so-called relaxing music. It measurably lowers blood pressure and heart rate. The constant barrage of noise puts our bodies into a state of chronic stress, flooding our system with hormones like cortisol. Silence acts as an antidote, allowing our physiological stress response to dial down, giving our nervous system a much-needed break. Think about your sleep. How many of us struggle to quiet our minds at night, replaying the day's conversations, anxieties, and to-do lists? A noisy environment, both external and internal, is a primary culprit for poor sleep quality. Embracing quiet before bed, turning off the screens, dimming the lights, and simply allowing the world to go quiet can dramatically improve our ability to fall asleep and stay asleep, leading to better physical and mental health. But the benefits don't stop at physical relaxation. Silence is the fertile ground where our best ideas are born. It's the key to unlocking deeper levels of focus and creativity. In our hyper-connected world, our attention is constantly being splintered into 1,000 tiny pieces. We check our email while on a call, scroll through social media while watching a movie. This multitasking is the enemy of deep thought. Silence, however, forces us to be present. It removes the external distractions, allowing our brains to enter a state known as the default mode network. This is the brain state associated with daydreaming, memory consolidation, and self-reflection. It's where we connect disparate ideas, have those aha moments, and solve complex problems. Think of Isaac Newton sitting quietly under an apple tree. It was amidst the hustle and bustle of a crowded market that he formulated the law of universal gravitation. It was in a moment of quiet contemplation. The silence allowed him to observe, to think, to connect the dots. Throughout history, great thinkers, artists, and innovators have instinctively understood this. Silence replenishes those resources, boosting our memory, enhancing our emotional regulation, and sharpening our focus. Beyond the science, there's a deeper, more profound dimension to silence. It is eloquent. It speaks a language that words often cannot. In a world obsessed with broadcasting every thought and opinion, silence offers a space for introspection. When we quiet the outside world, we can finally hear the subtle voice within. We can connect with our true feelings, our deepest desires, and our core values. It's in the quiet moments that we can ask ourselves the big questions. Am I happy? Am I on the right path? What truly matters to me? Silence strips away the masks we wear, the roles we play, and the expectations of others. It forces an honest encounter with the self. This can be uncomfortable, even frightening at first. We are so used to the noise that the sudden quiet can feel like a void. In social contexts, the silence of a group in the face of injustice or wrongdoing can be a sign of complicity or fear. The silence of a community can allow harm to fester. This isn't the restorative, intentional silence we've been exploring. This is a silence born of avoidance, anger, or apathy. It's a void of connection, not a space for it. So, as we learn to appreciate silence, we must also learn to distinguish its different forms. Is this a silence that heals and connects, or one that hurts and divides? The intention behind the quiet matters just as much as the quiet itself. So, how do we reclaim this powerful tool in our own lives? How do we find pockets of quiet in a world that is so relentlessly loud? The good news is, you don't need to retreat to a monastery or go on a 10-day silent retreat, although those can be wonderful experiences. You can start small, integrating moments of intentional silence into your daily routine. Let's get practical. Begin with mindful moments. This can be as simple as taking your first cup of coffee in the morning without the TV, the radio, or your phone. Just sit for 5 minutes and focus on the warmth of the mug, the aroma of the coffee, the feeling of the new day beginning. That's it, 5 minutes of intentional quiet. Or try it during your commute. Instead of automatically turning on a podcast or music, try driving or riding in silence for part of the journey. Observe the world outside your window without the need for an accompanying soundtrack. Consider a digital detox. Our devices are perhaps the greatest source of noise in our modern lives. Schedule specific times to put your phone away, turn off notifications, or even leave it in another room for an hour. You'll be amazed at how much mental space opens up when you're not constantly available to the digital world. It's a different kind of quiet, one that is alive and restorative. The goal isn't to eliminate all noise from your life. Sound, conversation, and music are beautiful and essential parts of the human experience. The goal is to find balance. It's about consciously choosing to step out of the noise and into the quiet, to give your mind and body the rest and space they need to thrive. Silence is not an escape from life, it's a deeper engagement with it. It's a source of power that is free, accessible, and available to all of us, if only we remember to seek it out. In the stillness, we can find our focus, we can find our creativity, we can find ourselves, so I invite you to try it. Find your own moment of quiet today, and discover the profound eloquence of silence. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on finding clarity in a complex world. See you next time.